Imagine a battlefield choked with smoke and ruin, where a lone human soldier battered and out of options risks everything to save a paralyzed alien warrior he's never met. She's a fierce commander from a distant star. Her body broken, but her spirit unbroken. Against all logic, he carries her through hell, and their bond forged in fire and defiance becomes something more, a cosmic connection that could change the galaxy forever. This is the story of Lucas Reed and Commander Elira, and it's about to take you on an epic, heart-pounding ride you won't forget. The air reeked of scorched metal and plasma, a bitter haze clinging to the shattered remains of Outpost Delta on Nova Prime. Lucas Reed, a sergeant in the 17th Terran Vanguard, picked his way through the wreckage, his combat boots crunching over spent energy cells and twisted mech fragments. The hum of his Mark 9 pulse rifle was the only comfort in the eerie silence that followed the battle's end. "Hell of a day," he muttered, adjusting the rifle's strap, its power core pulsing against his shoulder. His tactical HUD flickered, static clouding the display. Communications were down, fried by the enemy's final assault. The Zorath swarm had hit like a tidal wave, their insectoid warriors overwhelming the outpost's defenses with sheer numbers. As far as Lucas could tell, he was the last of his unit, the 17th reduced to a single man in a sea of ruin. His suit's sensors pinged a faint movement ahead. Lucas dropped into a crouch, muscles tensing, rifle raised. Through the settling dust, he saw her, a female figure half buried under debris, her platinum hair fanning out like liquid starlight against the blackened ground. Her skin was a shimmering teal, glowing faintly despite the blood and grime. She was Elvar, a warrior of the Lyran Concord, humanity's staunchest allies against the Zorath. Her armor, a sleek blend of ancient Lyran design and modern tech, was torn, stained with luminescent violet blood. Lucas approached his training screaming caution, but his gut urging him forward. Her eyes fluttered open, twin orbs of amethyst, sharp with pain but unbroken. "Don't move," Lucas said, kneeling beside her. "Sergeant Lucas Reed, Terran Vanguard. You're hurt bad." Her voice, melodic despite the strain, carried an accent like distant chimes. "Elira Varn, Commander, 5th Lyran Blade." "My legs. I can't feel them." Lucas's med scanner confirmed the worst. Her spine was shattered, nerves severed by a plasma blast. In a hot zone with Zorath scouts, likely regrouping. She was as good as dead. Protocol was clear. Immobile casualties were left behind in a retreat. "Just go," Elira said, reading his hesitation. "Save yourself. Others might need you." Lucas checked his HUD red blips approaching from the north. The smart move was to run to survive. But her eyes, fierce and unyielding, held him. Something in him rebelled against the cold logic of war. Like hell, he growled, digging through the debris. "I didn't drag my ass through this mess to leave you behind." A ghost of a smile crossed her face, faint but real, stubborn human. Lucas grinned, lifting her carefully, noting her armor's adaptive tech, stabilizing her injuries. "You ain't seen stubborn yet." "Commander, this is gonna hurt," she gasped as he adjusted his grip. "I've had worse, though not recently." Lucas moved fast, Elira's weight barely a burden thanks to his suit's exoskeleton. The battlefield was a graveyard, smashed mechs, scorched earth, and the faint buzz of Zorath drones in the distance. Elira's breathing was steady against his neck, her Lyran senses scanning for threats. "Your heart steady," for a guy hauling dead weight through a war zone," she murmured. Her breath warm, Lucas chuckled, ducking behind a wrecked turret. "Marine training, ma'am, though you're the prettiest cargo I've ever carried." Her laugh, soft and musical, sent a shiver down his spine. "Flirting in a firefight. How human multitasking's my specialty," he shot back, checking his HUD. "Got any intel on Zorath patrol patterns? They move in triads," Elira said, her voice sharp despite the pain. "The visible ones are bait. Watch for flankers," Lucas nodded, impressed by her clarity. "Nice. Your armor's tactical design is distracting, by the way." She smirked, her fingers tightening on his shoulder. "Purely strategic. Sergeant, I'm noting your suit's rugged efficiency." Their banter was cut short by the whine of Zorath energy weapons. Lucas dove behind a fallen mech, shielding Elira as plasma bolts scorched the air. "Cozy," she quipped, her face inches from his. "Comfortable?" he asked, calculating escape routes. "Quite," she replied, her platinum hair brushing his cheek. "Though I prefer less plasma in my intimate moments." Lucas peeked over the cover. 5 Zorath warriors, their chitinous armor glinting closed in. "Weak spots?" he asked. Elira's eyes gleamed, neck joint between the carapace plates. "One clean shot." Lucas fired his pulse rifle's bolt, hitting the mark, sparking a chain reaction that obliterated 2 others. "Nice call," he said, moving to new cover. "Nice aim," she countered, her voice warm with admiration. They became a unit. Lucas's strength and marksmanship meshing with Elira's tactical mind, her Lyran senses heightened. Despite her paralysis warned of threats, his HUD mist guiding them through the wreckage. As they cleared a sector, Elira tensed. Smell that Lucas's sensors pinged fuel cells potent and volatile. She pointed to a collapsed structure. "That's a downed Lyran transport. If it's intact, there's a healing pod inside." Lucas nodded. "Worth the risk." Her amethyst eyes met his. "I trust you." The words carried weight, a spark of something deeper. They reached the transport, its emergency lights casting a blue glow over Elira's hair. Lucas forced the melted doors open, revealing a pristine Lyran healing pod, its crystal surface humming with ancient tech. "That's not standard gear," Lucas said, raising an eyebrow. Elira's voice softened. "It's a sacred chamber. It heals by bonding. Patient and operator biologically, spiritually. It's intimate." "How intimate?" Lucas asked, moving toward the pod. Elira's teal skin flushed faintly. "Among Aelvar, it's more binding than marriage. The bond is permanent, merging physiologies." Lucas paused, his HUD flashing Zorath closing in. "Will it heal you?" She nodded. "Yes, but it'll change us both. You could adapt to Elvar traits." Lucas grinned, activating the pod. "Didn't carry you this far. To stop now. Let's make it quick." Elira grabbed his hand, her touch electric. "You sure?" He squeezed back. "Worth the risk, Commander." You and her smile was fierce. All in. The pod hummed to life, its crystal surface glowing, as Lucas placed Elira inside and stepped in their bodies, aligning faces inches apart. "Last chance to back out," she whispered. "Not a chance," he said, his voice steady. "Though does this make me your space husband?" The chamber activated, enveloping them in radiant light. The sensation was overwhelming liquid fire, coursing through Lucas's veins, merging with Elira's essence. He felt her thoughts, her courage, her admiration for his defiance. She felt his protectiveness, his humor, his unyielding will. Their genetic codes danced, intertwining in a ritual older than the stars. Time stretched minutes, feeling like eternities, their bond forging something new. When the light faded, Lucas opened his eyes to find Elira's amethyst gaze now flecked with his hazel. His skin tingled, sensitive to her touch, a new awareness pulsing through him. "I can feel my legs," she whispered, awe in her voice. Her hand brushed his and he felt it. Her emotions, her strength echoing in his mind. "I can feel you," he said, helping her stand. Their movements synchronized, a natural harmony born of the bond. Elira stretched, testing her restored body, then gave him a predatory smile. "Ready to fight, bondmate?" Lucas grinned, feeling her battle-ready energy through their link. Ready to win. An explosion rocked the transport, Zorath forces breaching the hull. Lucas and Elira moved as one, their bond transforming them into a lethal unit. His pulse rifle sang her energy glaive. A Lyran blade of light flashed their attacks, perfectly coordinated. Lucas sensed threats before they appeared. Elira's Aelvar instincts amplifying his HUD. She anticipated his shots, her glaive striking where his bolts landed. Left flank, she thought, and Lucas fired, dropping a Zorath scout. Behind, he warned, and her glaive sliced through a drone. Their banter flowed a rhythm of trust. "Nice shot," she teased, her mental touch warm. "Nice blade work," he countered, feeling her amusement. They cleared the transport, but Elira's senses flared. Fuel cells unstable. That blast triggered a chain reaction. Lucas's HUD confirmed it. The structure was seconds from collapse. "Bunker's 3 clicks east," he said, scooping her up, despite her restored strength. "No arguments," she smirked, wrapping an arm around him. "Wouldn't dream of it, space husband." They sprinted through the collapsing transport debris, raining down their bond, guiding each step. The bunker loomed ahead, its reinforced doors, scarred but intact. Lucas slammed the access code, the doors grinding open as the transport erupted behind them. A fireball lighting the sky. Inside the bunker was a fortress of Alliance tech. But something was wrong. Security systems offline, turrets dark. Elira's senses pinged Zorath. "Ambush," she whispered, her glaive humming. Lucas's HUD-E lit up hostiles inside. "They turned our safe house into a trap," he growled. Their bond flared, a new sensation pulsing through them, a spark faint but vibrant at the edge of their consciousness. Elira's hand rested on her abdomen, her eyes widening. "It's our child," she said, voice trembling. "Already?" Lucas asked, stunned. "Aelvar. Pregnancies are swift," she said. "And our bond? It's accelerating everything." The spark grew a tiny presence in their shared mind, enhancing their senses. Lucas felt it. Zorath positions weak points, even their intent. "Junior's got tactical skills," he said, grinning. Elira's smile was fierce. "Takes after us." They moved their bond and their child's nascent power, turning them into a storm of precision. Lucas's shots found impossible angles. Elira's glaive danced through armor. Their movements, a symphony of human and Aelvar strength. The Zorath hesitated, unnerved by their unnatural coordination, and that pause was fatal. The bunker's command center was theirs in minutes, Lucas securing the console while Elira guarded the door. "We need the defense grid," Lucas said, fingers flying over the controls. Elira's mind linked with his, her Elvar tech knowledge merging with his Alliance training. Their child's presence flared, interfacing with the bunker's systems, rewriting protocols with a hybrid logic neither species had seen. It's harmonizing. The tech? Elira said, awe in her voice. The grid roared to life, turrets firing with uncanny accuracy, blending human precision with Aelvar resonance. Zorath forces fell. Their ambush turned against them. Lucas felt the child's satisfaction, a ripple of pride through their bond. Kid's a genius, he said, pulling Elira close. Takes after their mom. The Zorath retreated their network, broadcasting the bunker's defense data, a warning to their fleets. Lucas and Elira secured the bunker, their bond now a beacon for Alliance and Lyran reinforcements. 3 months later, they stood in the Unity Medical Center, a marvel of human-Elvar collaboration. Its systems humming with hybrid tech inspired by their child, Lucas paced his bond with Elira, pulsing with her calm amusement. My fearless Marine, undone by fatherhood. She teased telepathically, reclining on a bed that blended Lyran healing crystals with human diagnostics. Her platinum hair glowed her teal skin, radiant with impending motherhood. You look like a goddess, Lucas said, taking her hand. Flatterer, she replied, pulling him into a kiss that sparked through their bond. Their son Arian was born. Hours later, his skin a soft blend of teal and human tan, his eyes a swirl of amethyst and hazel. His tiny presence filled their minds, already interfacing with the center's systems, guiding the staff with gentle precision. He's perfect, Lucas whispered, cradling him. Elira's smile was radiant. Our bridge, Arian's birth, reshaped the galaxy. The Alliance and Lyran conquered, once uneasy allies, forged a true partnership, their tech and cultures blending under Arian's influence. The Zorath, awed by the hybrid's power, opened peace talks, their aggression faltering. Lucas and Elira's journey began in chaos. Him a lone soldier, her a paralyzed warrior. From a battlefield of ruin to a center of unity, they defied protocol, war, and biology, their bond forging a future where humanity and Aelvar stood as one. Their story teaches that courage and connection can bridge any divide. In a galaxy of conflict, they chose to save each other, proving that love and trust can spark change. Today, we face our own divides: fear, prejudice, isolation. Their tale urges us to reach out, to stand for others, to build bonds that defy the odds. Be the one who steps into the fire, not for glory, but for someone worth saving. Your courage can change the world, just as theirs changed the stars. Tease and Elira's cosmic bond lit your heart on fire. Smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to join our sci-fi crew. Your support fuels more HFY epics packed with hard action and galaxy-shaking vibes. Drop a comment. Did their love move you, or want more hybrid heroics? Let's keep the stars burning. Peace out.